I'm extremely happy that our Commerce Association and also the Department of Commerce, Bangalore University, and the Surana College authorities, they have given me this wonderful opportunity to address all of you in the valedictory section of the orientation program, especially for second semester BBA and BCom teachers. Those who are going to teach second semester, I think the fourth semester teachers or those who are teaching fourth semester currently, they are also here, right? Okay. When I reached this particular place, met Madam Nirmala and also Mr. Karnakar Reddy, just to know how many resource persons are involved in today's section. They said 15. Almost 15 resource persons are very much involved, or they have shared their valuable knowledge with you people right from morning. So I will not take much time, I know that. Though teachers are expected to have oceans and oceans of patience, but in the valedictory section, it is really questionable what kind of patience or what amount of patience that they have. I may not take much time, but I have certain things to say. Because they have invited me as the guest for the valedictory session, then I have a special obligation, a moral obligation on my part to tell you something about these orientation courses. People always tell me that you are a old timer. People always tell me that you are a old timer. I don't know what exactly they mean by that. Probably the person who has more experience or more knowledge about certain things will be a old timer. I take it in that sense. Here, whether it is a old timer or a new timer or whatever it may be, we have to look at the current generation. What exactly we have to give to the current generation? For every 5 years, there is a gap in generation, right? For every 5 years. A student who enters the first year degree, by the time he completes his post-graduation, naturally there will be a different generation enters into. So we have to assess as far as possible neatly what exactly the requirements of that generation and the current situation in corporate world or industrial world or trading world or any other service oriented sector or whatever. Right? Based on all such things, we have to frame the syllabus. Curriculum is different from syllabus according to me. Curriculum is different. There is a slight change in the objectives that we are going to frame whenever we go for curriculum. But whenever we go for syllabus, of course, it is very much requirement oriented. Curriculum is all round, or it is all round development. Orientation is there. There is a change in the, or there is a slight difference in the curriculum and also the syllabus, according to me. Right? Okay, that's a different issue now. I am not going to discuss in detail about all those things because it may infuse some confusions in your mind. I don't want to do that. Okay, let me come to the orientation for various semesters. Definitely it is a must. But I personally feel always in any orientation course, the person who is involved in framing the syllabus must be there to interact with all the teachers. Because I have a lot of questions. The moment I entered into the premises, I asked Madam Nirmala, Madam, what is this? What is this? What is this? What is this? Because I have confusions. A lot of confusion. I am not convinced about certain things. I was just talking about the continuous evaluation as such. Right. But I tell you, she has taken a lot of pains. Madam Nirmala has taken a lot of pains, right, in order to organize orientation courses for all the teachers of those colleges which are affiliated to Bangalore University. I should really congratulate and appreciate Madam Nirmala and also the authorities of the Commerce Association who is there, Mr. Karnataka Reddy. And I also congratulate Surana College authorities for having organized this particular orientation course from the second semester subjects. Right? I tell you basically. So what made us to get into revision of syllabus or to introduce some changes in the syllabus? Can you change the entire syllabus? It is not possible. Definitely it is not possible. I was just going through, while coming to this place, I was just going through what is all there in the syllabus, how many papers are there, and how they have divided, and what is the depth of each particular chapter. Right. In certain areas, even I am not able to understand myself very clearly. So whenever you have to teach a particular subject in the classroom, you must have the total idea or a complete idea, the complete knowledge, the complete pattern, complete methodology of that teaching of that particular subject as such. But how many of our friends who are teaching these subjects are really well versed in all these things? In certain chapters I have seen, it is a old wine in the new bottle. In certain other areas I have seen, it is a old wine in the old bottle with a new label. That is why I said, it is very difficult to come out from this particular framework as teachers of commerce. It's not so easy. But the corporate world demands something else. Right, your old syllabus, your old methodology of teaching may not help the students to understand. No also, I am telling you frankly, you may feel bad if I say, many of our teachers are not able to understand the mechanism of this particular, what is called NEP, and also alterations, changes introduced in the syllabus. If I ask a question, what is the ultimate objective of introducing a particular chapter in a particular subject? Definitely, if you ask 10 teachers, you will get 11 ideas as such. Because one particular person may give 2 different ideas also. Right? So, that is the reason why the orientation courses are conducted. In order to bring uniformity, what is the purpose of this orientation course? There should be a uniformity. When you go back to your colleges, whatever that has been guided here in the orientation course, same thing you have to follow. Because they have been guided, they have been instructed, they have been trained to train you. Right? But they are all trainers and you are the trainees. Training the trainers portion is over already, that time is over. They are all training you people now, how you have to do it. Therefore, in order to bring in uniformity in all aspects, right? There is ethics to teach, right? And there are certain values you have to adopt while teaching this subject. There is a definite culture and you have to maintain equality. What I said? Ethics, values, culture, quality. All these things are extremely important while teaching a particular subject. That is the reason why the orientation courses are organized. I am sure that, so Madam Nirmala and company, right, they have organized good number of orientation courses in order to make our teachers to be very effective in the classroom to teach the new syllabus as such. Right? And at the same time, I also feel that there must be some maturity. Right? Suppose I am an experienced teacher The way in which I am going to teach is different from a particular teacher who's new to the profession, who is going to teach. For some people it is passion, and for some people it is a passion. But I tell you, whenever you have to teach a particular chapter or a particular subject, what amount of enthusiasm that you must have, that is extremely important, especially in NEP model. I tell you, if you go back to the objectives of ancient schools, that is about what are those important objectives. Ancient schools means, I refer what is called Vikramshila, Takshashila, Vallabhi, and all these ancient schools. The basic objective of that ancient schools is self-control, development of character, and development of integrated personality, propagation of purity, preservation of culture and quality. These are all basic objectives of ancient schools. That has been taken care of by NEP. All these things are taken care of. Gradually you will be able to understand such things. On the other hand, if you go to other aspects of it, Swami Vivekananda's teachings are also there. You have to recognize the inner strength of a student. You are going to touch the inner strength of a student. Right? You make them more responsible, independent. Try to be self-reliant. All these things are included in the new education policy. So naturally, you have to play a greater role as a teacher. Your college may be a degree granting institution, or your college may be just a research orientation or research oriented education institution, teaching oriented. So, your institution is what? Where do you stand? What type of objectives that you have for your institution? All such things are extremely important in the new education policy. The degree granting, teaching intensive, research intensive, so many things are there. And you know that multiple entry and multiple exit is there. Multiple exit is there, multiple entry is also there. So if they want to make a student multidisciplinary, and there is a minor major effect is also there. Suppose a student takes, for example, in science, physics, chemistry, medium, and they will have to elect, they have to set one elective courses. In this area, you have to guide the students properly. My friend has taken this, let me also take it. All my friends have preferred this particular subject, then let me also take it. The purpose will not serve. The very purpose of new education policy being implemented, we know that in a desperate hurry, in our state, in a desperate hurry, we have implemented national education policy. The only thing is, the national education policy used to concentrate their efforts only on the higher educational institutions, but first time they have taken school education also into consideration. That too, they have touched even the first step, that is baby nursery also. Right, that is 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4 model. Right? So in all cases, what I personally feel that depending on the maturity level of the students, you have to teach. You may know many other things. You are capable of giving them every aspect of that particular subject, but you can't do that. There is a restriction. You will have to put a stop at that particular point, because there are many other things out there. But here you can see beautifully, there is a combination of theory and practice. Both are there. A combination of theory and also practice. Right? Whatever that you teach, that should match with the industrial world or the corporate world, and we have to match with their requirements. That has been taken care of very well in this particular series. So right from morning you have heard all these things. Right. I don't want to, interfere unnecessarily what has been already discussed right from the morning. But I tell you that as teachers of commerce and management, you have a special role to play in the institution, that in the life of the student. So NEP says that don't prepare the students for survival. You prepare the students for their life. This is what the NEP says. All-round development of the personality is most important, and we have given a lot of importance for integrated education system. In integrated education system, the power of attention will automatically increase, and the best possible workmanship can be seen. Perfection and precision can be brought in. And you can enhance the ability. There are certain courses in the syllabus, right? Skill enhancement is there, ability enhancement is there. What is this? This is integrated education system. Who has advocated the system? Swami Vivekananda. That's why I told you, all these teachings of Swami Vivekananda also imbibe in the new education policy. So, you can enhance the ability to face the challenges of life, problems of life, that is possible. Taking into consideration this particular value also, various courses are added. Right? Value-added courses are there. Sports, NCC, and so many other things are there. Right? Here, what it says, the all-round development. So, what kind of teachers we need to teach all those things? So, these orientation courses convey a very strong message to all of you that you are expected to equip yourself in this direction. You are expected to meet the requirements of the student. You should become a role model in guiding them. You should become a leader to enhance their ability. Bring in that particular leadership concept in everything. Right? This is what is very much demanded by the new education policy. Right? Of course, there are many variations are there in the syllabus. Of course, some teachers accept it wholeheartedly, and some teachers they have their own predicament. But in this platform, many such issues can be brought in, and solutions can be seen. Even I told Madam Nirmala that I am not convinced in certain areas. Will you guide me? She said, okay, make yourself free, I will guide you. That's all. Make yourself free, I will guide you. Because she is very affectionate towards me, she says so. Make yourself free, I will tell you. That means she has gone through each and every aspect of the syllabus, made herself strong. She is able to convince you. And she got hold of all such resource persons who are very good in that subject to guide. So I must congratulate all of you. You know that I am a teacher basically. I go on talking like this. ಅದು ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಕೂತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಉತ್ಸಾಹ ಸಿಕ್ಕಾಪಟ್ಟೆ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ನಾನು ಇಷ್ಟೇ ಹೇಳೋದು, ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ, ನೀವು ತುಂಬಾ ಭಾಗ್ಯವಂತರು ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ನೋಬಡಿ ಇನ್ನೂ ಬಹಳ ಚಪ್ಪಟೆ ಹೊಡೆಯುವಂಥ ಕೇಸಸ್ ಬಹಳ ಇದೆ. ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ರಾಧಾಕೃಷ್ಣನ್ ಒಂದು ಮಾತು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ, nobody could grow above the level of a teacher. No individual could grow above the level of a teacher. Such a noble profession. But ನಾನೇನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಅಂದರೆ, ಯಾರು ಹೋದ ಜನ್ಮಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಹಿಂದಿನ ಜನ್ಮಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಪುಣ್ಯ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೋ ಅವ್ರು ಮಾತ್ರ ಈ ಜನ್ಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಟೀಚರ್ ಆಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ. ಬೇರೆ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂಡ ಟೀಚರ್ ಆಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ಮತ್ತು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಟೀಚರ್ ಆಗಿ ಬರ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೂ ಸಾಧ್ಯ. ನನ್ನನ್ನ ಒಂದು ಇಂಟ್ರೂಟ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರು, ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್ನ ರಿಕ್ರೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ. ಬೇರೆಯವರೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ರಾಜುನ ಕರಿಬೇಡಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಬಹಳ ಜನ ರಾಜುನ ಕರಿಬೇಡಿ, ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಆ ವರ್ಷಕ್ಕೆ ಏನೇನೋ ಕೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಯಾರು ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ. ಈ ತರ ನನ್ನ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಅಪಪ್ರಚಾರನೂ ಆಯಿತು, ನನ್ನ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಅಪಪ್ರಚಾರನೂ ಆಯಿತು. ಹೌದಪ್ಪ, ನಾನು ಕೇಳ್ತೀನಿ, ನಾನು ಏನು ನೋಡ್ತೀನಿ ಒಬ್ಬ ಟೀಚರಲ್ಲಿ, ಇದು ಒಂದು ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಸಂದರ್ಭ ಅಂತ ನಾನು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ರೈಟ್, ನಿಮ್ಗೆಲ್ಲ ಕನ್ನಡ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಬೋದು. ನಾನು ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಏನು ಮೆಚುರಿಟಿ ಇರ್ಬೇಕು ನಾನು ನೋಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಏನು ಮೆಚುರಿಟಿ ಇರ್ಬೇಕು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ? ಬೇಸಿಕಲಿ ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಮೆಚುರಿಟಿ ಇರಬೇಕಲ್ಲ. ರೈಟ್, ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಮೆಚುರಿಟಿ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ಮೆಚುರಿಟಿ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಇಂಟೆಲೆಕ್ಚುಯಲ್ ಮೆಚುರಿಟಿ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಕ್ರೋನಲಾಜಿಕಲ್ ಮೆಚುರಿಟಿ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಎಮೋಷನಲ್ ಮೆಚುರಿಟಿ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಫಿಲಸಾಫಿಕಲ್ ಮೆಚುರಿಟಿ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಸ್ಪಿರಿಚುವಲ್ ಮೆಚುರಿಟಿ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಸೊ ಅಂಡ್ ಸೊ ಹಾಗೆ. ಇದು ಎಲ್ಲ ಮೆಚುರಿಟಿ ಇದೆಯಾ ಅಂತ ನಾನು ನೋಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಒಂದು 60-70% ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ದೇ ಬಿಕಮ್ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್. ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ವರ್ಷಿಪ್. ನೀವು NEP ಅಟೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ವಾ ಅದನ್ನು ನೋಡಲ್ಲ ಅವರು. ಹೌ ವೆಲ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸಪೋರ್ಟೆಡ್ ದೆಮ್ ಟು ಲರ್ನ್ ಆರ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಲರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್. ಅಂಥವ್ರು ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಪೂಜೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅಂತ ಪೂಜೆ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುವಂಥ ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್ ನೀವು ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಆಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಜನ್ಮ ಸಾರ್ಥಕ. ಅದಲ್ಲದೆ ಮುಖ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋದು, ಎಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿ NEP ದೃಷ್ಟಿಯಿಂದ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು, ಯು ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ನೋ ದ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ಸ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಮೋರ್ ಸಕ್ಸಸ್ಫುಲ್ ಆಸ್ ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್. ರೈಟ್, ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್ ನಾನು ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ, ಡಿಸಿಷನ್ ಮೇಕಿಂಗ್ ಬಹಳ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಈಗ ಒಂದು ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ತಗೊಳ್ತೀರಾ, ಆ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ತಗೊಂಡಾಗ ನೀವು ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಗೆ ಈ ಚಾಪ್ಟ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಕಲಿಬೇಕು, ಏನು ಕಲಿಬಾರ್ದು, ಎಷ್ಟು ಕಲಿಬೇಕು, ಹೇಗೆ ಕಲಿಬೇಕು, ಏನು ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ಬೋದು, ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ನೀವು ನರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಗೆ ಅರ್ಧ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ನೀವು 50% ಆಫ್ ಯುವರ್ ಏನು ಪ್ರಿಪರೇಷನ್ ಓವರ್. ಹೌ ಮೆನಿ ಆಫ್ ಅವರ್ ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ನಿಮಗೆ? ಸೊ ನಿರ್ಧಾರಗಳು ತಗೋಬೇಕು ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲ. ಈ ಥರ ಡಿಸಿಷನ್ ಮೇಕಿಂಗ್ ಬೇಕು. ಮತ್ತು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಸಾಲ್ವಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ಸ್ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡಿ. ಆದಷ್ಟು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಸಾಲ್ವಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ಸ್. ಎವ್ರಿ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡಿ. ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ ಸರ್ಟನ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಅಂತ ಮಾತ್ರ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡಿ. ನೆವರ್ ಸೇ ಸೋ. Every problem has a solution. If a problem is not accompanied by a solution, it's not a problem at all. Problem solving skills ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡಿ. ಅಕೌಂಟೆನ್ಸಿ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಪರ್ಸನಲ್ ಲೈಫ್ಗೆ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಪ್ರೊಫೆಷನಲ್ ಲೈಫ್ಗೆ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Then be creative in teaching. That is also important. ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಎಜುಕೇಶನ್ ಪಾಲಿಸಿನಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟಿವ್ ಆಗಿ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಇದ್ರೆ, ಯು ವಿಲ್ ನೆವರ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಮೈಂಡ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟಿವ್ ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಬಹಳ ಅವಕಾಶ ಇದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಮಾಡಿ. ಬಟ್ ನಾನು ಮಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಎ ಈಸ್ ಅನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾರ್ಡಿನರಿ ಟೀಚರ್, ಐ ಆಮ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಫಾಲೋ ಹಿಸ್ ಫುಟ್ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ಸ್. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಟೋಟಲಿ ನಾನ್ಸೆನ್ಸ್. ಯು ಶುಡ್ ನೆವರ್ ಡೂ ದಟ್. ಯು ಶುಡ್ ನೆವರ್ ಇಮಿಟೇಟ್ ಅದರ್ಸ್. ಯು ಆರ್ ಯೂನಿಕ್. You develop your methodology of teaching, right? Don't imitate others. That is also one of the important issues in NEP. ನೋಡಿ, NEP ಮೂಲಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. I was in the first batch of people to listen to the members of the NEP, our National Education Policy team. Right? I was in the first batch to listen to them about the various objectives of NEP. That's why I am able to tell you all these things. Right? On the other hand, teach the children how there should be critical and critical analysis. Other critical thinking skills are also. Then communication, effective communication, interpersonal relationship, empathy, self-awareness, emotional emotional stability, and stress management. If you teach all these things, right, by taking out of your regular teaching for 5 minutes or 10 minutes, right, your skill based, your ability enhancement, everything automatically occur. It should become a part of your teaching process. It should not be handled separately. Right? You have to do that. ಆದ್ರೂ ನಾನು ಹೇಳೋದಿಷ್ಟೇ, ನೀವೆಷ್ಟೇ ಏನೇ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಕೂಡ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹ್ಯೂಮಿಲಿಟಿ ಇರಲಿ. ಹ್ಯೂಮಿಲಿಟಿ ಇದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಇನ್ನೂ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಬೇಕನ್ನೋ ಆಸಕ್ತಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಹ್ಯೂಮಿಲಿಟಿ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಐ ನೋ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್, ಐ ಆಮ್ ಆನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪರ್ಟ್. ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಮೀನ್ ಬೈ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪರ್ಟ್? ಯು ನೋ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್? ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ನಾನಿನ್ನು ಐ ಆಮ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಸ್ಟಿಲ್. ಮೇಡಮ್ಗಳಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಕೇಳ್ತೀನಿ, ಮೇಡಮ್ ಏನು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡಿ, ನನಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಮೈಂಡ್ ಆಸ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಈವನ್ ಎ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಚೈಲ್ಡ್. ಐ ಆಮ್ ನಾಟ್ ಏಬಲ್ ಟು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಟೀಚಿಂಗ್. So learning process should be continuous for teachers. The moment you say that or refuse to learn, then your life comes to an end as a teacher. Right? You have to keep yourself right in the process of learning. So forever. Because there is no end at all. Right? So try to look at it. Be ಒಂಥರ ಹ್ಯೂಮಿಲಿಟಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಡಿ. ಬಟ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹ್ಯುಮನಿಟೇರಿಯನ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಕ್ಕಳನ್ನು ಒಂದೇ ತರ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ರೈಟ್? ಅದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ನನಗೆ ಬರ್ಡನ್ ಆಗಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ ಕಾಲೇಜಲ್ಲಿ, ನಾನು ಹೇಗೆ ನಗ್ತಾ ಇರಲಿ. ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಯು ಟ್ರೈ ಟು ವರ್ಕ್ ಇನ್ ಯುವರ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ ವಿತ್ ಎ ಸ್ಮೈಲ್. ನಾನು ನೋಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಕೆಲವು ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್ನ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬೇಜಾರು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾ? ಎಷ್ಟು ಬೇಜಾರು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದರೆ, ಅಯ್ಯೋ ಪಾಪ ನನಗಂತೂ ನೋಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಮುಖ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ, ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಅವರ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋದು ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಅವರ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋದು ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಎಷ್ಟು ಬೇಜಾರು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ನೀವೇ ಆ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಹುಡುಗರಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಸರ್ ಮತ್ತೆ. Try to have a smile on your face always. Right? So this humility, humanity and humor is a 3H formula for teachers. Right? ಆಮೇಲೆ ನೀವು ಹುಡುಗರ ಎದುರುಗಡೆ it is my bad luck. It is my, I don't have power. Right? I don't have this charge. ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾತಾಡಬಾರ್ದು. NEP ಅದನ್ನ ಅಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಸೀರಿಯಸ್ ಆಗಿ. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತಾ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ? NEP ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಡಿಸ್ಕಷನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾ ನಿಮಗೆ? ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲಲ್ಲ, ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಡಿಸ್ಕಷನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಆ ಥರ ಎಲ್ಲ ಏನು ಅದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಗಮನಿಸಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ವೆರಿ ಕೇರ್ಫುಲ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹುಡುಗರನ್ನ ಮೂಢನಂಬಿಕೆಗಳು ಬರಪಾಗ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಲುಕ್ ಅಟ್ ದಿ ಸೈಂಟಿಫಿಕ್ ಅಪ್ರೋಚ್. ರೈಟ್? ನೀವು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಜನರಲ್ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ ಪಾಠ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, ಅವ್ರ ಜೊತೆ ಇರಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ. ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಏಬಲ್ ಟು ಟೆಲ್ ಯು ಹೌ ಯು ಶುಡ್. ಹಾಗೆ ಮಾಡಿ. ರೈಟ್? ಆದರೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ನಂಬಿಕೆ ಬರಪಾಗ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Be true, truthful and be realistic. Right? ನಿಮಗೆ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಡಿಸಿಪ್ಲಿನ್ ಇದ್ರೆ then you will have lot of discipline in teaching the lessons. Right? Result orientedness will be good teachers. Enthusiastic, right? And serious ಆಗಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದು ಆದ ಮೇಲೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸ್ಮಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ, ಸ್ಮಾರ್ಟ್ನೆಸ್ is also mental smartness, physical smartness, both are extremely important for teachers. ನನ್ನ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಇದರೆಲ್ಲ ನಮಗೆ ತುಂಬಾ ನಂಬಿಕೆ ಇದೆ. ರೈಟ್? ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಸ್ಮಾರ್ಟ್ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್ ಫಾರ್ ದಿ ಸ್ಮಾರ್ಟ್ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದಿ ಅಲ್ಟಿಮೇಟ್ ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ NEP. ಓಕೆ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್, ಇನ್ನು ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾನೆ ಇರ್ತೀನಿ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡಿರೋರು ಆ ಕಡೆ ತಿರ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ನಾವೇನು ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಕೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ಫೀಲಿಂಗ್ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಬರಬಾರ್ದು. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ somewhere I have to stop. Right? Thank you very much for your wonderful participation in this orientation program right from morning. On behalf of the Commerce Department and the Commerce Teachers Association, I congratulate all of you because your knowledge is considerably enhanced now. You have learned many techniques of teaching certain uh, subjects of second semester. They have given you a toolkit. Is it not so? A toolkit. You can readily, kit is ready, tools are ready. You will have to apply. That's all. So when you go back to your institution, what all that you have learned here, right? What kind of guidance that you have received here, basing on that, you try to teach your students. Right? Make students to love this subject. Create interest in it. That is the purpose of orientation. Right? But it should be placed on right path, right track. That is the reason why orientation is organized. So I wish you all the best. ಮತ್ತೆ ನನ್ನ ಮಾತುಗಳನ್ನ ಬಹಳ ಬಹಳ ವಿನಯದಿಂದ ವಿಧೇಯತೆಯಿಂದ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ. ಯಾಕೆ ಅದು ನನ್ನ ಅದೃಷ್ಟ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ. ನನ್ನ ಅದೃಷ್ಟ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನೀವು ನಾನು ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ. ರೈಟ್, ಬಹಳ ಸಂತೋಷ. ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ನೋಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಸಂತೋಷ. ನೋಡಿ ಬಂದು ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ, ನನ್ನ ಮನಸ್ಸಿಗೆ ಮತ್ತು ಹೃದಯಕ್ಕೆ ಹತ್ತಿರವಾಗಿರೋದೇ ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್. ಇನ್ನು ಯಾವುದು ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ಅಂದರೆ ನನಗೆ ಬಹಳ ಖುಷಿ, ತುಂಬ ಖುಷಿ. ಎಲ್ಲೋದ್ರೂ ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಎಲ್ಲೋದ್ರೂ ಟೀಚರ್ಸಿಗೆ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. ಯಾಕೆ? ಟು ಮೇಕ್ ದಮ್ ದ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಪಾಸಿಬಲ್. ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಒಳ್ಳೆಯವರಾಗ್ತಾರೆ. ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಒಳ್ಳೆಯವರಾದರೆ ದೇಶ ಬೆಳೆಯುತ್ತೆ ಮತ್ತು ದೇಶನೂ ಕೂಡ ತುಂಬ ಕ್ವಾಲಿಟೇಟಿವ್ ಆಗಿ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ವಿತ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಂಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ಐ ಟೆಲ್ ಯು ದಟ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಆಸ್ ಟೀಚರ್. Play your role effectively. So I thank you all. God bless you. Even chocolate.
Thank you, sir.